can't say the Henry. Go manyi. Hey, you don't want to see?
No, I don't want to see.
But you've already seen.
There's no sign I'm seeing. I'm seeing you have a black. It's actually covered.
When you're done, you let me know. When you're done, you let me know.
Proceed.
Okay. Are you ready?
The only Mugaga that doesn't have answers. You know, Omanyi.
And that doesn't.
There is no question. There is no question I've ever asked you.
Since we have the cameras on, turn off that PC screen. The PC will stay on.
So that he also participates.
Yes, so that
who asks who the question? While he's asking the questions, he's seeing the answer already. That's how he knows whether it's right or wrong.
He forgets so quickly. No, he can forget so fast. Your PC.
You'd have forgotten already. Even the questions.
I can't.
Your animal Bajitulaga Kumakshono falls the Yavida man.
It is worse than a chicken. Or a turkey.
It is a big goat.
No, it's called a Jackson's Heart Beast.
Oh, Mulava.
No, there you can't beat him. Wanga is
I'm in two and trouble.
You can't beat him.
All right, are you guys ready? Hand over your phones. Hand over your phones. Monetama Simugamwe, I promised you. Pam, you were not around yesterday, so we skipped the European history question.
Going back to European history.
So because that was the promise, yeah?
Things like Vienna settlement,
NATO,
Napoleon.
The man had done his research.
Oh, so you've been revising,
European history.
When Jagala ubaita European history, they know you got an A. So I want to take you back a little bit. For 100,000 Ugandan shillings. You get 100,000.
It's not just to say it's not fair because I didn't do history. So I am just going to be following.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You will back him up. Are you ready? We are all familiar with the First and Second World Wars, okay?
I've heard of them.
Was Bamba General answered.
So when did the First World War start and end? For somebody who did
start and end.
Yes.
That was tricky.
Okay.
14 something.
No.
15.
No. Oh my God.
First World War.
When did the First World War start? World War One.
Let's go to the 18th century.
It's not even there. Let me give you a hint.
The 16th century.
It is in the 19.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 19.
World War One. You have 8 more seconds.
1919. Come on, they don't help me here. Try to remember what the hints.
That's about 1919.
And the time is up.
Let's ask us the causes of the war.
1960s. Must be in the 1960s.
No.
Ask us the causes of the war.
But actually, Pam was very close. It ended in 1918.
You don't tell us the end. It
started in 1914 on the 28th.
What caused the war?
We shall do that again tomorrow. So which means we fail. Yes, I'm with Pamela Isamara Chom DJ de no buy. By the way, DJ de no
what is the young one of a rat?
No, let me make. I cannot. But let me make. Let me make something clear to you here. Let me make something clear to you here. Yeah.
Is there such?
No, let me. No, I'm not. But let me.
Henry, please.
I ask you. Don't ask. Okay, if you're asking, where is your money?
Stories from all over the world. Ezekuteo, taking it a little bit extra. Mugagwira Walk 100.2 Galaxy FM with Pamela Isamat. No mid-morning to Kone.
We are live on YouTube, Galaxy FM/TV. You can join in the conversation. WhatsApp, Noti Musamvu. Noti Musamvu, Noti Bidi, Monoti Bidi. Talk to me, Pam. What do we have happening?
Yeah, well, let's get started. Today, police is releasing the annual crime report for the year 2023. It's going to be happening today at the police headquarters in Naguru, and of course, we know that it is the Inspector General of Police, Okoth Ochola Martins, who gets to release this report. And we are expecting to have the general report out by 11:30. But from our reporter, Minat Nalule, we have some slight details of the annual crime report. What we know is that there is a 1.5% decrease in the crime in last year compared to the previous year, that is 2022. That means that in 2023, the annual crime, the year's crime rate, was stood at 228,074 cases, as compared to 2022 when there are 231,653. That makes it a decrease in the general crime rate. Now, if you look at things like thefts, theft was the highest. I think it's so far the highest seem to have been recorded with 65 cases, 65,901 cases. There's assault, 29,884 cases. Sex offenses, 14,000 cases. Domestic violence, 14,681 cases. However, it's a decrease from the previous year, 2022, where there were 17,000 cases. So it's over 3,000 decrease. Break-ins were also at 14,000, actually an increase from the previous year, where the 13,000. Threatening violence now were 10,000 cases compared to last year, where there were 10,034. This year there are 10,591. Robberies have increased from 2022. There were 6,854 to 7,768. Use of narcotics has reduced from 2,797 in 2022 to 2,113 in 2023. Escape from lawful custody has increased from 988 cases of people escaping lawful custody in 2022 to 1,072 cases 2023. Terrorism has also risen from 15 cases 2022 to 26 cases in 2023. Well, some of the cases have been taken to court, according to the annual crime report. 84,907 cases were taken to court. Of these, 27,000 were implicated or convicted. 10,000 cases were dismissed. 46,000 cases are pending, and then 804 cases are awaiting appearance in court. Yeah, there's also fire. Fire cases have also increased from 1,258 in 2022, has actually decreased to 1,144 cases. School fires have also decreased from 65 cases in 2022 to 50 cases in 2023.
Should we clap?
If there's a decrease generally in crime, yeah. Defense, security is doing its job.
Because a lot could have gone worse, you know.
Yeah.
It could have been worse. So at least it's a step in the right direction. What else do we have happening?
Yeah. What else we have? The court today has granted bail to the daughters of the late Henry Katanga, who was killed on November 2nd. That is Martha Nkwanzi and Patricia Kakwanza. They have been granted 2 million shillings cash bail each, and their sureties have each been granted cash bond or non-cash bond of 20 million shillings. Yeah, 20 million shillings. These girls, remember, when their father was killed in November 2nd, 2023, they covered up evidence.
This is the guy that was shot at home.
Yes, this was in Mbuya, Chua Road. They tampered with evidence and connived with their mother to cover up evidence. They connived with the doctor, the Shamba boy, and the 2 daughters.
Imagine the entire household against you.
And because he had already... Okay, we are not saying because they are still innocent until proven guilty.
Pam, if I marry you,
yeah,
you're supposed to be my partner.
Yeah.
To life.
Yeah.
By hook or crook, you're my ride or die.
Yeah.
But then if you have children, and in the long run you and the children we've given birth to
Yeah.
turn against me and look at me as the enemy in the household.
Don't you think tables would turn if it was done the other way?
It doesn't
let's
matter. Look,
shift
listen,
the tables.
okay.
That if
As
if
a
it was
human
Molly
being,
Katanga who had been killed, who was found lying on the ground dead, don't you think these kids would also cover up evidence according to what court is saying for their father?
It's tricky. It's tricky.
You mean they would send him to jail as
no,
well?
it's
They
tricky.
would make him.
Bam, it's tricky.
Why did you say it's tricky?
Chichikomia.
Say that the bond between mother
Because
and
first of
kids
all,
is bigger than the bond between.
Yeah, number one. Then number two,
Yeah.
the reaction. We all saw the video and everything. So
Yeah.
the reaction was a little bit deeper
No,
than
because
what normally could be.
Okay.
Bam,
Let's
you're my mother.
Let's not.
I find you lying down,
Yeah,
and my father is there.
has killed.
Okay,
You would say, you man, go to jail. In fact, die.
Ngatuvuddeyo ngatumaliriza ebisagala biyingira munyo, but you get my point.
Yeah, I kind
Yeah.
of get your point.
Oh yeah, don't say
Well,
kind
there's
of. Say
also
you get it.
no, I kind of, because there are some kids who have bonds with their fathers and as compared to their mothers, depends
Okay.
on how they have been brought up.
Okay.
Now, in Mayuge district, there's an incident where a co-wife conspired with her husband to kill a woman. Actually, conspired with her husband to kill the co-wife.
This co-wife is the old one or the young one? Should be the
Of
old
course,
one.
the young one.
Hold
Because
on.
the wifey is the woman of the home. The man has a co-wife who he has staying somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Which means mchala mto.
Yes.
So that is the woman who they killed.
So
Apparently, allegedly. This is a woman called Chibiri Kanyanya. Her husband is called Charles Okecho. Charles Okecho and Kanyanya are living as husband
and wife. Yes.
Meanwhile, Okecho has just returned from they live in Nabuwami village in Mayuge district. Okecho has just been released from jail recently on February 16th. And the person who was responsible for putting him in jail was the parents to his
Co-wife.
lover.
Oh.
His lover.
Kati ntegere noma jeva. I'm seeing
so-
where the norm comes from. Okunoma noma.
Nabidie, who is 32 years old, we used to stay concurrently with the guy, with Okecho. But then Okecho apparently stole a cow. I don't know whether it was from the woman's parents or whatever, but it's the woman's parents, Nabidie's parents, who took the matter to police and was taken to court and consequently remanded
Oh my God.
to prison, convicted and even sent to prison.
Okay.
So his sentence ended 16 months jail time, and he came out. But while he was in jail, Kanyanya used to go every day to Nabidi and say, "Why do you want our husband to stay in jail? Please help us release him." And Nabidi did not pay any attention to her. So when the husband returned, apparently the two plotted and killed this woman, Nabidi. Because he was annoyed, he said, "How do you send me to jail? Even when our wife, the first one, has been begging you, you refuse to listen." So they killed her and threw her body in a plantation, a cassava plantation, and that is where her body was discovered. So the woman has been arrested, Kanya has been arrested, but Okecho has run away. So he's on the run.
After doing 16
And,
months in jail, 1 year and a half, he did not learn his lesson.
He didn't learn his lesson. All he could think about is revenge.
Come
I'm
for
going
Onyango
back
again.
for that
Can you
woman.
imagine? What do you learn from that story?
What do I learn from that story? Is if you have put someone in a ditch, go as far away. Don't even think about reconciliation, because if I have found you responsible, it's just like when you have broken up with someone. Please just move on and don't look back. Like, please don't ever look back. Don't ever think that some people will reform. Don't take that for granted, that people can reform, he can come back and forgive me. After all, it's my parents, or after all, it was a mistake he made, he's sorry. No, please just
Me, what I've
don't
learned,
turn back.
bw'oyingirira omukwano gw'abantu oba obufumbo, if you find two people
Obufumbo,
relating, no
Yeah.
matter how much issues they have between them, and you enter, and they are telling you, Simanya, I love you, what, never be comfortable. Don't try to disorganize those people. They have a bond that existed before you. They will connive against you.
Henry, it is
and
even possible for you to be the one to be thrown out, and these other two have a bond against you. We have seen stories.
The new lover.
Hey.
It is impossible. Let me tell you.
Did you hear that story?
Yeah, it happens.
In Mukono, where the lover
yes.
and the man conspired to kill the wife of the home. There was that story. And it's the doctor who actually saved that woman because they wanted to use some clinic to kill her.
Let me put it for you this way. You know water?
You always
if it flows from somewhere, no matter what you do, at one point
to go back.
This is the mid-morning to Connect 100.2 Galaxy FM.
More stories are on our website www.galaxyfm.co.ug. 21 minutes.